Hello, welcome to episode 26. Today we've got a Minecraft set. Let's see how we do. On with the show. I happened to notice last week that I hadn't, for some reason, mentioned the number yet again on the box, but we're going to have a look at it properly today. This is 21266. And it is a Minecraft, it's the Nether lava battle. So it's basically a Minecraft version of a battle pack that you might see if you were to buy a Star Wars one. I've done one before, the Mandalorian battle pack. But yeah, you'll see a couple of other battle packs, particularly Star Wars ones, at the steamengine.co.uk from before these videos begun. This one's a smaller set, so this one's a shorter video, but we'll keep it steady like we're trying to. Let's see how we get on, and I promise we'll keep off whinging about the camera for this one. Let's move on. Excellent. Right, so looking at the box, we can see that we have what I believe is a blaze. We've of course got a dark skeleton from the Nether here, and this is a Strider, I believe he's called, and he wants you to ride him. Look, let's face it. At first I thought this was a fireplace, but it's not. If you actually look, it's designed to be a bit within the Nether in a wall, and then this is a lava flow that drops. If ever you've played Minecraft, you'll know exactly what this is. Okay, so let's go in. Oh no, we've got placky bags. No! If you've watched one of the videos, you'll know I don't like plastic bags. I think this is one thing I wasn't very keen on them moving to the pappy bags for the minifigures, but in terms of in the sets, it's just not required. They're in a box anyway, and you know what you're buying. But fortunately, there is an app for that. Right, let's move these away. The instructions. So we have, what is this? A 6 by 8 lovely orange block. That'll be to sit the scenery on. And we need to get opening. So let's open up our plastic bags, affectionately referred to as placky bags, which is what we used to know them as when I was younger. Okay, because it was as the plastic bags came in after we had paper bags as a standard, and now we're going back to paper bags. So I'll leave you to determine that. Anyway, if you're young, it doesn't really matter. By the time you get older, they'll all be paper again, probably. So let's moving on. Right, it's too much old speak for Lego. Let's get back to it. So here we have what appears to be a very angry Steve, from what I can see. He's got his sword, his lovely pixelated sword, and his lovely cube head. Okay, lovely. And we're going to place his sword into his hand, so he is ready for his Nether lava battle. And he also has a nice cool whip, or a whip as you should call it, or I suppose it doesn't really matter what you call it, it's irrelevant, I know what you mean. And he's got his whip in, which is a bit like Indiana Jones, which is fantastic. So there we go. Let's put you to one side. Next we have our skeleton, and very similar to how they made the B1 battle droids for Star Wars, we can see that it's just using like a piece just for the torso, for the body. In this case, there's no body, is there? Okay, he has no body to dance with. It is a skeleton. So he has his rib cage and his hips and yeah, a bit of a neck and stuff like that. Anyway, but he again also has a lovely blockhead. So let's add the lovely blockhead on. Okay, ooh, it's another ominous creature. And just like the B1 battle droids, we use these for our arms and what have you. And more often than not, you used to have them so they went opposing, so that you could hold weaponry for for like the lasers and what have you, for battles. But in this case, they are both sticking out and they're both flat. Okay, they're both horizontal. Now we should have a set of legs here somewhere. Oh, there's one. So this is a little better than they used to be. So that just clicks on, and then you should find a second leg somewhere here. Anybody got my leg? No, that's an arm. That's no use to me. I don't want an arm there, do I? That just looks silly. And then we're going to place that in there, like that. There we go. Okay, and he now has his grey pixelated sword. And do you know what? I'm going to put that in your left hand, because, yeah, we're all equal here. That's what I like. Moving on. So onto the build. Let's put our orange plate out the way, and we start off with a 2x2 flat dot. There you are, flat brown right there. And now we're going to take these sort of reddish browns by the looks of it, okay? But I'm not convinced, so I'm going to not do the reddish brown ones because I think they're used for the strider maybe, or perhaps something else. So I'm just going to manoeuvre that. If you can't do, twist it and then pop it off. But I highly suggest you just use a brick splitter rather than your nails, because it does come sharp. Get help with it, please, if you need to. Adding that one on, and we have some light colour. That's going to sit here like so. And we've got another brown. There it is. Lovely. Can't really see the colours very well on this. It's not the best. It's one of these where you've got very slight variations in colour, so take your time with it. There's no need to rush. Okay, turning it around, we're going to put another brown one onto the light coloured, and we're going to make it vice versa. It's going to be, I suppose, a bit like a higgledy-piggledy Battenberg. Lovely. So we put the light ones on these corners. Oh, it's one of these Tatooine colours again, as I like to refer to them. And we need to now add this square with a single scaffold in the centre. And that's actually a dirt block by the looks of it, which is very nice. Okay, let's put that one to the side now. Moving on, we're going to create the blaze next. So as you can see, this is mostly figures, and that's what battle packs are for. So this one, we've got this funny stubbed piece onto an axle. And that stud piece is going to go onto the bottom of our Blaze's head, like that. Hello, where's my body gone? And then we're going to turn this over, and I want to add this. So we've got a little bit of a sub-build here, so we need to take this axle to a central pin. It's got axles on both sides, and we're going to add this one here onto there like that. And we should have another one. Yes, there it is, underneath the other whip, like so. And that's going to go there. Now, what this is going to allow it to do is turn, because if you've ever seen a blaze, they animate like this. They sort of spin around like this very slowly, this way around. They sort of spin, yeah? And you have two sets of spinners. Okay, well, should I say one goes the opposite way, if I remember correctly. But we'll see in a second. So we take what are effectively little laser pistols from Star Wars that are now in yellow, and they're going to be placed going down, or going upwards when it's turned over. But for the moment, they're going downwards in the way that we're putting them. Ah, no! In fact, it doesn't really matter if that head's on there for the moment anyway. So let's do that, because it's not fixed on. So let's do that. Okay, so now it should look, oh, where am I going? Now it should look like this, okay? Yeah, like so. Let's turn it back over again, keeping my finger on the bottom to stop it from falling out. And now we need to add this other one. Now, but this one is going to be using these vertical hooks to this pin center here. And this time, it's going to be slightly different. We're going to be taking it and clicking it on like that. Okay, clicking on the handle of each one, like that, onto each hook, nice and steady. One more. Okay, and let's just straighten those up a little bit. And of course, they're now going to go so that they are facing the opposite way to the others. And we're going to slide that on like that. Oh no, where's my head gone? I lost my head then, never mind. So yeah, so now it looks like this. Okay, and what we need to do is we need to take this tapered piece here, so this point piece, and that sits on the bottom here, like so. And what we need to do is put a single piece with the small nodule there, and that pushes into the bottom. And that actually provides it with a place to stand whilst looking like it is still hovering, look. Okay, so if we look at this now, we can see that this would be turning in sort of like it would be smoking. The actual one would be smoking. It would be like sort of, you know, it is the Nether. It's very hot down there and pretty vile. It's kind of like the equivalent of I suppose the underground, shall we call it, in Minecraft. So that's lovely. Okay, moving on. That's our blaze, and of course we need to make our strider now. This cutie little sad sack. He's very sweet though. So we're going to take this single block offset and put that onto that corner like so. We then need to take this light brown, which is what I suspected this was for, and we need to take a red single offset, this one. Okay, so again, it's so hard to see this red, it's just silly. I need to find out why. Oh, sorry, I wasn't going to whinge about the camera. I do apologise. Carrying on. Let's do this and this. Oh no, there we go, like so. Okay, you just can't see that red. It's awful. Oh, I can't help but whinge. I do apologise. Right, so adding that in, and we need to add the other red onto the top, like so. Okay, so that joins this one on here. Continuing forward, we place another one of these singles on the top. Ooh. Okay, this is probably the most in-depth build in this entire set, which is quite sweet, really. And then we do this, take that one out, like so. Okay. And then turning it round, we need to place this black onto single scaffold and put that in the centre, like so. We're going to place a single open top yellow stud onto that scaffold. And then we're going to create this small piece. Now we need to use this bar, 1 to 2 with a bar attachment. And we're going to place this single top 1x2, like so, with another yellow open top stud on top. And that's going to sit on top, like so, like that. It's got a slight turn to it, so let's just leave it like that. And then on top, we need to use this 1x3, and that's going to sit there and there. Now that's made that nice and solid look, so lovely. So it's allowed us to create a pin hinge, which is quite fabulous. We now have our 1x3 tiled red. That's glaring at you. Yeah, anyway. We now need to add our sides on, so we need to use these plates, 1x2 double height plates, and they sit on either side like so. Come on, there you go, like that. Let's get that nice and straight. And then we now need to add, oh, look at his sad little cute face. Ah, I'm so sad I am. So when as soon as that goes to, yeah, that allows it to wiggle. Yeah, I see, that's pretty cool, I like that. Okay, going on to this sub build here, we need to take this single block, black block, and put 2 of these reddish browns on top of one another, like so. And then we have a hook to sit on top of that. And we're going to use 2 of these, and we're going to use them to create, look, the legs. So we're going to do that. And we're going to create another one. So take the black single block. We want 2 of these reddish brown single flat pieces. And of course, we need our hook on top, and then we're going to place that into there. So that does that look. So not only do they go forwards and backwards, but they also go slightly sideways as well. That's actually quite funny. Poor little sad Strider. You're so sweet. Okay, so a 1x2 on top of a 2x2 tile, and that's going to sit dead center on top, just like that, which I'm going to assume is its saddle, bless. And then we're going to put these in, which look sort of like, I suppose, they almost look gill-like, maybe wing-like, perhaps. You could check the Wikipedia for that. It would tell you, very likely tell you everything you ever needed to know about Striders. So they sit on either side like that. And you are now done. So let's bring you back. Right, get off, Blaze. We've got to move on. And now we're going to place our 2x4 red onto here. We're going to place our single tile with the 2x2 tile red with a single scaffold in the middle. And then we've got our standard 2x4 ready brown brick and our 2x2 ready brown brick there, leaving a gap in between. We've now got our brick finish 1x2 bricks, look. And you tend to find that you have a straight line one side and a brick look the other. You want the brick look to be facing out, as it does show you on this. But again, you can put it whichever way around you want. It's not going to make a difference. If you don't mind it whichever way, then it's all good. So we've got this open-topped single stud in reddish brown onto a single flat that's in a turquoisey green, quite sweet, I have to say. And that sits there. It's probably decoration, a lot of the time it is. And here is a sub build. We have a 2x2 orange, and a 1x2 single pinned Technic brick in the same orange, which is quite nice, and we add another one to its side like so. And then on top of that we put our slant, okay, a 2x2 slanted on like that, and we place our 1x2 flat orange on top of that. And then on top of that we've got one of these pieces, a 1x2 like drop angle slate, so that gives us our lava flow. Okay, and then we now need to start building this. And so we take our black axle and our 1x2 reddish brown, and that's going to go into there like that, stopping on this side. So I use my finger to stop it on this side, and that's going to push through there like that. And then on this side I want this one, another one of these with the cross in, and that's going to go the same way, so pushing that through so it's nice there, and you can see how that can now turn, look, on that. So I'm going to add that to either side here, so we're going to be using this gap here and here, and that goes in like that. Okay, so you can see how that drops already. Now I reckon actually, no, that is the wrong way around, so let's redo that quickly. Hang on, like that. It should go the other way. There we go, like that. Because, oh, does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Oh, honestly, I'm kerfuffling and all sorts. And then here, we place that onto the single stud in here, okay? Just like so, okay? The idea of that is when that block is pulled out, the lava flow starts flowing out. That's the idea of that. Okay, so again, if you play Minecraft, you'll understand how the lava flows suddenly come out of the holes, and yeah, and it's like, oh no, plug it again, and yeah, it does hurt when it gets you. So adding to this, we're carrying on building this, what I still think looks like a fireplace, okay, and we're going to add this in. We place this 1x6 reddish brown on the back here, and then we've got our brick front again, so let's put these and this other 1x2 brick front on there. Our 2x6 flat on top, okay, creating this. And then we take our 4x4 and, not a vehicle mind, our flat plate, and we place our 1x8 like that, but actually no, we need to go that way, like that. And then this goes on here, like so. It's all part of the play set, okay, like this. So you can see how this is coming together. We now use our large long tiles, and they're going to sit on top to make it nice and smooth on top. That is going to sit like that, so it sits on either side with a bit sticking out. So when that's taken away, watch it. Oh god, oh, like that. The lava flow comes down, and you reset it. Okay, so let's pull this out the way, like so. We can see what we have got, a little set, but it is quite sweet, I'm not going to lie. I do find them a bit basic, these sets, but these Minecraft ones in general are. Some of the houses are pretty cool to build. But yeah, this is all right. Thank you for joining me on episode 26. This is BwG. I'm G, Gavin. See you next week, episode 27, heading to the big 30. Which is great. Don't forget to check out www.thesteamengine.co.uk. And until next time, take care and have a good week.